das jetzt hier draufgeben.
It is not hallucinogenic. This bromo side atom is so big that it doesn't sit in the receptor in the brain that will trigger the normal intoxication.
The drug was administered to each patient 3 times over a 15-day period. For 5 of the 6 patients, the headaches were gone, with no psychedelic effects. Martin Cruz is one of those lucky patients.
Since this treatment, I have no pain. I can work, I can do sports.
All the patients, they told me that the quality of their life had changed totally. They could not believe that the headache had stopped.
But for now, the studies have ceased, and there's currently no more LSD, psilocybin, or even non-hallucinogenic bromo available to any other patients. Until that changes, sufferers like Chuck will have to rely on their oxygen tanks.
It's a long road because we're not going to get federal support for researching the therapeutic use of a drug that's labeled just a drug of abuse that harms. At least not yet. With good data, that might change.
When you can remove the hallucinogenic properties of it, we might be able to get it legalized for prescription use. And if it can get rid of these things, that would be such a lifesaver. It's not a cure. We realize it's not a cure. It's a Band-Aid, but it's a big Band-Aid.
Exactly how the LSD molecule works to relieve cluster pain is a mystery for scientists. Even its creator was perplexed by its overall effects when he stumbled upon them by accident. In 1938, chemist Albert Hofmann was working for a Swiss pharmaceutical company, looking to develop a respiratory stimulant. He was using a molecule known to constrict blood vessels, ergot, a fungus that grows on wild grass. He synthesized an ergot derivative called lysergic acid with diethylamide. While experimenting with the compound 5 years later, a tiny speck dropped onto his skin and entered his bloodstream. Within 40 minutes, he began to feel its unexpected and extraordinary effects. Intrigued, he took a larger dose and, while riding his bicycle home, experienced the world's first LSD trip.
He knew immediately that this was big. It had a profoundly powerful effect on his consciousness, on his mental activity, on his feelings, his thoughts, his perceptions, his awareness.
Albert Hofmann had accidentally stumbled on a very potent drug. A dose weighing less than 2 grains of salt is enough to take effect. Just an ounce is enough to dose 300,000 people. At the same time, on the other side of the world,